So, Leafy got banned days ago. Well, what do I think about this? Well, there's a lot to think and a lot to unpack about this topic right now. But first, I would like to go through how I got to know Leafy, or at least what I used to do. Well, in the past, 2015 and 2016, I used to listen to a lot of his videos and put it into the background so that I can work on other stuff. So I pretty much just use his videos as background noise. But that's back in 2015, 2016. And that was that. Fast forward to 2020, and all the IDUBS thing happening, and all that history thing happening, and all that drama on the internet, and Leafy pretty much going dark for 2 years. He came back. I think that's a few months ago. Started talking about a variety of topics, mostly about current events, and as well as as well as all those high-profile personalities on the internet, like Dr. Disrespect and Pokimane. And recently, YouTube put a ban hammer on him. So what do I think about this? Well, I for one think that YouTube should... it's really, really, really worrying that YouTube is doing this so suddenly. Killing off a channel with over 5 million subscribers so suddenly sets a really bad precedent for a lot of content creators on this platform. Well, I for one am not a content creator for YouTube, but I'm just making this video to voice my opinion out. But if things start working out, I might try to do something about this. But as of right now, no, I'm not making a living off of the internet because I actually have a full-time job outside. But it is a very interesting place, YouTube. And with all these things happening, I would really like to stay here for as long as possible. Well, at least I would like to just stay here and just grab popcorn and watch what's going on with the different people and different personalities on this platform. But this is really, really worrying. So I just think YouTube should rethink or reconsider what they're doing, because I don't think they can blame anyone for being very worried that their channel could be next. And people shouldn't be celebrating Leafy's banhood, for lack of a better term. Why? Because you could be next, especially if you are a content creator, or if you are someone who is actually making a living off of the internet. You could be next. As soon as Susan is not happy with your content and what you're saying and what you're doing, you could be banned. I mean, right now, for those people who are celebrating Leafy's departure, it's not really his own departure of his own accord, but more like a departure, his departure that is forced by Susan herself. And I know it's not really Susan, but just roll with this. This is actually a really bad thing for you. If you really stop and think about this for a minute, because they hold a lot of power over your livelihood. If you've actually realized, I can't talk today. Yeah, you should actually be watching over your back. This shouldn't be an event to be celebrated. But a lot of people are suggesting that it's either history, or it's Pokimane, and all I can say about this is maybe it could be. But what's strange about this is how YouTube kind of, he was bullying people for years, and he made years worth of content over what he did to all these other people, and now that he's suddenly targeted some other people, like a high profile target like Pokemon, and that's it, he's gone. But although I would say that the reaction was quite delayed, because 12 videos later, or at least more than 10 videos later, and then he was taken down. I mean, whoever's doing this banning thing on YouTube, you're not doing a very good job, if I'm being honest. So yeah, I think this shouldn't be celebrated. In fact, people should be taking steps and taking actions towards this kind of action from YouTube itself. So for people who are making a living off of this, and if you count yourself as a content creator, I suggest you better think of something, because Susan might come after you next. You never know. So yeah, like it or you like him or hate him, doesn't really matter. What matters is what YouTube is actually doing, and what this spells for your livelihood, and what you do for a living. And if I were you, I would be worried about that, instead of celebrating on Twitter about Leafy's departure, all because he made fun of someone that you actually like, and all because you are a simp who likes this cute girl, and then some other guy who is hiding behind a camera. No, not hiding behind a keyboard, not a camera. Hiding behind a keyboard and a microphone, making fun of her, criticizing her, and now because of that, you are celebrating his departure, when you should be very worried because Susan could come after you next. You never know. You never know. So yeah, probably talking about this a bit too long than I've expected. Bye-bye.